several years ago, my children were in a private school. And I had a neighbor whose children were going to CICS Bucktown. And I was really impressed by, their level of knowledge and education. They would sit with my kids and do homework. And I always felt like my son wasn't at their level. So I asked her, what school do they go to? And she said, well, there's a school called CICS Bucktown. And I thought, okay, well, I want to learn more about it. So I did a little research, asked a few other parents about the school, and decided to pull my son out of a private school that he had been at, and my daughter, who'd been there since kindergarten, who was now a 7th grader. Pulled both of them out of there, and I was able to get them into CICS Bucktown. At first I thought, wow, they really, demand a lot from us as parents. In the beginning it was a tough adjustment because I had to, respond to my involvement in the school. Brandon was learning certain levels of skills that were new to him, so I had to be involved in his learning. I had to participate in the school so that I would know what was going on. These weren't things that I was used to prior to him coming to CICS Bucktown. There is this expectation that if we're going to educate your child, you have to be a part of that education. And that was challenging because I was working and I didn't want to be a part of that. I just wanted to work, come home, help him get through homework, and that was it. But there was this great expectation, and it's really helped me to understand where he's at as far as his growth and development, and really what teachers are doing with him as he's learning. So it's been really, really good for me and for him.
I know that my children are getting an excellent education from teachers who are professional and kind. I know when I drop them off for school every morning, they're walking into a building that's clean and safe. I know that the environment every day is going to be calm and nurturing. When I walk in the building, personally, I always feel respected and welcome. This is a really special school, and I'm always proud to tell people that my children go to school here.
Here at DS, compared to schools that my kids have attended, I think the teaching style is different. The learning environment is personalized, individualized. It just all depends on what the kid needs. And I think that's unique. Because I'm always motivated in my education. So, and I'm still in school now as an older adult. So, I tell my kids, you're never too old to keep learning. You live long enough, you keep learning. So, I try to live by example.
I just think she's excelling. She's just, she comes home and she really enjoys certain subjects like science and math, and she's like, Mom, I can't tell you specifically, but she enjoys going to class. She really does, and it proves in her NWEA that she surpassed like her goals, and it's just amazing. I'm very content. I'm very happy with the results.
One of the programs they have here is the character education,
yes.
and it's not really focused on academics, but it helped these students become good citizens. And so community involvement, volunteering, things like that starts at an early age. And so if you get that embedded in them, then when they move on to high school, when they move on to college, and when they become adults, you'll see, more community involvement. You'll see kids giving back more. I like that they started, the recycling program. These are just the teachers and the students talking about what can we do to improve our community. And so they put this together on the fly, and they collect their stuff, and once a week they will take it to the recycling place right in the neighborhood so that they understand the importance of what it takes to be a good citizen. How do we keep our environment clean? How do we take care of our neighborhoods and stuff like that? So, and I don't know if I've seen that in the public schools. Not to say this is not there. I just haven't
seen it.
Right.
Exactly right. I think, and when you say about the Character Act, they get, when they're doing a good student and they're doing great and they're doing what they need to do, they get the little card that says your child was a great student today. They did A, B, C, and D.
Right.
And Kenya brings us home and says, "See, Mom, I'm doing what I need to do in school," and they're giving her that incentive to continue to do it. And she passes it on to other classmates. Because when she gets hers, she's like, "See,
Right.
you could have got this today. What's your excuse?"
Right.
So she's devoted, and they're devoted. And I think overall, if I had to say anything about a parent who wanted to bring their children to charter school, give your child that opportunity.
Right.
Give yourself that opportunity. Believe in helping them to grow and being successful. And as a parent, that's what we need to do. And charter's going to give them that opportunity.
Right.
I think the parents and the teachers have a good system here. The ones that we've dealt with, I've communicated with my daughter's teachers through email, texting. They provide all their information to us. I've had to email teachers at last minute about homework, and they're very cooperative with us and very supportive.
And they respond in
A very
fast manner.
fast manner, yes, right away almost sometimes. So they do a very good job communicating with the teachers and let us know what's coming up.
Sometimes we're sending emails or texts at 7 o'clock in the morning to the teachers to find out if it's dress down day
Dress
or
down
anything,
day.
and they're letting us know, and,
Yeah.
and they get back to us really quickly. So
That's a plus.
yes, it is.
Well, I think for me, it started with my mother, my father. They just said, Dola, you gotta give your all. Nothing is handed out to you. You have to work hard for whatever you want. I mean, when you look, and I'm going to piggyback into the Roseland community, there's not much here. We don't have grocery stores. We don't, we have a service station that draws all type of people from different areas. I mean, I live right next to a location where it just draws all kind of stuff. My daughter can't even ride her bike outside in this community because so much is going on. But it started at home, and my mom just said, you just got to do your best. You can't allow what's going on outside determine who you are and what you can do and what you can be successful at. Because Kenya says to me, Ma, I just wish we could move. I wish we could do this and do that. I said, well, it's coming, but right now this is where we are and this is what we have to do. So, it's for me, it's just realizing that, I have to push her, and I cannot allow what's around me or around her to keep her from growing and being the person, or, reaching her goal, or, being a great individual. And she's already that person personality-wise. And here she's being successful in all those areas. So I think for me, it starts at home. And it's just going up the ladder for her. She sees her sister in college. She's like, I want to go to college, be a vet. I'm going to do everything I got to do. I want to play tennis and, mentor kids and make a difference. And I want to do this and I want to do that. So, I mean, it hasn't deterred her from being a successful individual.
We're first generation here. Our parents didn't speak the language. We didn't get much help in homework. So we know the language and we know the homework. So we're there. We sit down with our children and at the table to do homework, where our parents didn't, because they didn't understand the material, the language.
The language, and it was just difficult for them
To
to cross
help.
that border,
Yes. I think I just saw my family struggle with, a one working parent, the other stay-home mom, and I wanted to do better I wanted to provide more for our kids, and we both do.
Have a better life for
Have a
them,
better life.
Have things that I want our kids to have, things that we didn't have growing up,
A chance at college.
chance of college.
We did it, when we're older. I want them to get out of high school and go and explore the college, get a good education.
Actually, the way we came into West Paladin was because Ajay won the lottery for kindergarten, and Isha followed suit just because of the sibling, which we were very grateful for, because we don't have to run to two different schools. Isha came from a Montessori school. Ajay too came from a Montessori school. So it was kind of different. Anticipation, anxiety kind of thing. And Isha was actually, the other day, like 3 months ago, she kind of came and told me, Mommy, I think I like this school better. I'm like, now what happened? So she's like, because they have tests. Because now I know where I stand. I'm like, okay. That's what she likes, I think, probably because she's very competitive, and that atmosphere kind of blossoms her out.
Well, my experience here at the school, CICS, has been very positive. I'm very pleased with the staff here. I'm very pleased with the teachers, administration. I think the atmosphere here has allowed Carlos to have a lot of confidence. One thing I was talking to my husband about when I got here is that, like my home is like the safest place for my kids, and this school is also like another place where my son feels very safe. So when he feels safe and he has that confidence to talk to teachers and tell them what their problem, how he's feeling, or he doesn't understand anything, he's relaxed, he's more open to learn, and the teachers have been like that.
Well, my strength in being a parent of a student, young person, is the faith of God that has kept us alive and going, and being respectful to each other, and to be sensitive to others' needs. That's what has kept us going in this job of parenting. And if I went to college, my children have to go up above me. If I make $50,000 a year, my children have to make more than what I make, and that's what I want for my kids, to be better than me, and not to be drowned by the worldly world that it's outside. And there's more to life than just our surroundings, and there's a lot of other things that we can enjoy, but we cannot enjoy them if we don't have an education. And that's what I push my kids to do, to get a good education. If they want to travel around the world, why not? But if they don't have an education, they can't. They're gonna be basically stuck wherever they are.
For more information, please call 312-332-4998 or visit us on the web at distinctiveschools.org.